Choosing a domain name is basically like choosing a business name, so you need to put a little bit of thought into it. When it comes to choosing a domain name for your business, the most popular recommendation is to choose a name that is reasonably short. A name, for example, under 20 characters excluding the .com is highly recommended. It's much better when the name is just like 3 words or fewer. A .com, .org or .net are the best recommendations or top level domains. It's also recommended to avoid using hyphenated words in your domain name. Your domain name should, if possible, be related to your site's topic. Your domain name should be easy to remember. So these are all the things that you have to keep in mind when choosing a domain name for your online business. Let's now go step by step and analyze each of these tips. So the first is, why should you choose a short domain name? Well, to answer that question, you should understand that a shorter domain name will be much more easier for your visitors to type into the address bar without making any mistake. A short domain name also looks more professional as opposed to a long domain name that will look like you got the last pick of all domain names online, and that can look less trustworthy for people visiting your site. So again, you need to use fewer characters and words in your domain name. Now, just to add on that, there are 2 kinds of short domain names. There is a short domain name with not many characters and the other with not many words. For example, a domain name like ilikewinetesting.com doesn't have too many characters, but it has a lot of words. On the other hand, a domain name like winemakingexperiences.com has a lot of characters, but it's just 2 words. So, drawing from these 2 examples, a better domain name will be something like winetasting.com, which has few words, few letters, and wine tasting is easy to remember. The next is answering the question why you should choose a .com or the other top level domains. Now, one of the main reasons why you should use a .com domain name is that your visitors or your customers will see that domain name .com as more trustworthy, and that can affect your click-through rate from the search engines. And that's made possible because your domain name will be visible for people to see in the search results. Another reason for using a .com or the other top level domains is that if you happen to buy a domain name, say winetesting.guru, there is a high chance that you will end up losing some of your visitors to your competitors who are using the domain name winetesting.com. Of course, many people will easily remember the wine tasting part, but they probably won't remember that you are using a .guru extension. The next thing you should keep in mind when choosing a domain name is to avoid using hyphenated domain names. Now, let's say for example you have a hyphenated domain name like greatwinetesting.com. You can easily see why many people will get confused with a non-hyphenated domain name like greatwinetesting.com, and all that will certainly end up making you lose visitors to your website. Also, to add on that, hyphenated domain names look more spammy and might get few people clicking on your listing in the search engines. Now, I want us to talk about the elephant in the room when it comes to affiliate marketing, which is including targeted keywords in your domain name. There is absolutely no doubt that it helps having your domain name somewhat related to your website topic. That's simply because potential visitors who see your listings on the search engines will believe that it is related to what they are looking for. But your domain name doesn't necessarily need to contain all your keywords. So it's almost pointless trying to put all your keywords into your domain name. It just helps to make your domain name longer, harder to remember, and easily confused with similar named domains. If you have to choose, say, between a short catchy domain name that is just slightly related to your website topic or a long forgettable domain name that includes all your keywords, I will personally recommend you to go with a short and catchy domain name. Now you know what you should and shouldn't do when choosing a domain name for your affiliate marketing website. But the question now is, what should you do when the domain name you want to choose has been taken? There is absolutely no doubt that you might come across the problem of your chosen domain name already taken by another person. One of the most common ways to come up with a domain name is to combine two or more words together with the taken domain name. For example, if I want to register something like winetasting.com and it's already taken, I can add something like bobwinetasting.com. You can also decide to use any adjective to describe your targeted niche. For example, bestwinetasting.com or topwinetasting.com. Most often, many domain name registrars will help suggest alternative domain names related to the search you made. For example, on Namecheap, which is the name server I'm using, if you type wine tasting, these are the alternative domain names Namecheap will offer you. So you can use these as another alternative when choosing your domain name. Now, if you're still finding it hard to come up with a domain name that hasn't been taken, you can use Lean Domain Search, which will help you find a great available domain name for your website in seconds. Bust a Name is another tool you can use to mix and match a wide variety of words when looking for the right domain name. So, as you can see, there is a little work to do when choosing your domain name. Now, if this is your first time of getting a domain name, you might find this post on my blog very helpful because it will take you through the necessary steps of getting a right hosting service and how to set your website up. With all that, I will call this video a wrap. I hope this was helpful. If so, hit the like button below, share on your preferred social site, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss another helpful video.